In the bustling metropolis of Nexis, where towering glass structures pierced the clouds and holographic advertisements danced in the streets, the concept of dimensional indifference was not just a theory, it was a way of life. The inhabitants, known as Nexians, were acutely aware that their world existed alongside countless other dimensions, each with its own unique laws of physics and possibilities, yet they carried on their daily lives as if completely oblivious to these infinite realms. Lara, a young physicist, had devoted her career to studying the phenomenon of dimensional indifference. She had always been curious about what lay beyond the veil of their reality, convinced that some profound truth awaited discovery. Her colleagues, however, viewed her fascination as an eccentricity. Why concern yourself with the other dimensions when this one is so rich with opportunity? They'd scoff. Undeterred, Lara spent her nights poring over equations that hinted at the possibilities of cross-dimensional travel. One fateful evening, while experimenting in her small lab, she stumbled upon a series of unusual patterns in the data. It was a resonance effect, a faint frequency that resonated across dimensions, hinting at a bridge between them. Driven by adrenaline, Lara made the bold decision to build a device capable of harnessing this frequency. After weeks of grueling work, she finally completed her prototype, an unassuming orb shimmering with an electric hue. With a deep breath, she activated the device. The air hummed and suddenly a portal flickered into existence, its edges swirling with vibrant energy. With a mix of fear and excitement, Lara stepped through the shimmering threshold. On the other side, she found herself in a world that was both familiar and strikingly alien. The sky was a deep violet, and the buildings curved like the roots of ancient trees, pulsating softly with life. The inhabitants here did not resemble the Nexians. They were ethereal beings made of light and sound, communicating through harmonious vibrations that resonated in the air. "Welcome, traveler," one being intoned, its form shifting with each musical note. "You have crossed into the dimension of Varyth, where thoughts manifest as reality." Lara was entranced, exploring the avenues filled with dreams made tangible. Here her scholarly ambitions were not bound by physical constraints. Ideas flowed freely, sculpted into existence by the collective consciousness of the realm. Yet, as the novelty wore off, she felt a pang of longing for the simplicity of her own world, where her efforts bore fruit and where she had friends and family. Back in Nexis, life continued unchanged. Her colleagues dismissed the tales of her adventure as fabrications or the musings of an overactive imagination. Why waste time on fantasies, they would say, engrossed in projects that advanced their careers but left little room for wonder. Realizing she was caught between two worlds, Lara returned to Varyth time and again, each visit deepening her understanding of dimensional indifference. She learned that while it was exhilarating to traverse the ethereal realms of Varyth, true wisdom lay in balancing both realities. Eventually, she returned to Nexis, determined to share her experiences. She began to write articles and host discussions about her journeys, striving to inspire others to look beyond their dimensional indifference. Slowly, a small group of intrigued minds gathered around her, curious about the world beyond their own. This newfound community sparked curiosity and creativity throughout Nexis, igniting a passion for exploration. As people began to engage with the idea of dimensional interconnectedness, the once rigid divides between the inhabitants began to dissolve. Together, they started building bridges of knowledge and understanding across dimensions, transforming a city of indifference into one of infinite possibility. As Lara stood on the balcony of her lab overlooking the city that was now vibrant with ideas and dreams, she realized that it was the awareness of other dimensions, coupled with an appreciation for their own, that would lead to true enlightenment. In embracing the echoes of countless realities, the people of Nexis had finally begun to resonate together, crafting a future that was richer than any single dimension could offer.